Last night, the entire of the UK witnessed the Northern Lights for the first time in decades, with some describing it as a once in a lifetime experience that I somehow missed. But one thing that did not miss was last night's episode of SmackDown. So let's break it down segment by segment and emoji by emoji. Welcome to Allison Analysis. Let's kick things off with Nick Aldis in the ring, inviting out Cody Rhodes, as he announced that at King and Queen of the Ring, Cody will be defending against Logan Paul, the United States champion, who made his way out to the ring. And Logan cut a brilliant promo. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. This guy is a natural on the mic, and Cody had a great response to him as well. It does appear that Cody's going to be putting his title on the line, as well as Logan putting his title on the line, with Cody saying that he wants to become a Grand Slam champion by winning the United States Championship. And I'm not sure how I feel about these two titles being merged together. I'm really not. But as a match, as a program, I am excited for this. But I don't know. I can't see these titles being merged together. But Cody's promo really made it seem like they will be. But anyway, this segment's getting a subtle round of applause from me. It was a fun one. Nia Jax deserves so much respect for how much she's improved since, the early days of her being on the main roster, and specifically since she returned to WWE. Her match against Naomi was a lot of fun, and she really seems like an absolute beast in the ring now, which is something which the women's division did kind of lack for a while. And yeah, people need to start putting, and I think they are, putting respect on Nia Jax's name. Great showing here against Naomi. Naomi obviously took the loss. I'm kind of feeling bad for her because since she returned, she has taken quite a few losses. But I mean, even still, Nia Jax advancing, I think, was the right move, and it's a thumbs up from me to open the in-ring action on the show. Baron Corbin then made his return to the main roster as he took on Carmelo Hayes in a short but fun match, and this gets a thumbs up from me as well. Carmelo getting the win, I think, made sense. It was obvious. This Baron Corbin gimmick, I'm not sure if it's going to work on the main roster. It worked last night. The crowd, was enjoying him. He was over. But was that just because it was his return? He kind of seems like now he's a face. Well, he is a face, but he's got a heel moveset still. And I mean, everybody remembers this guy for being a great heel. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm glad that he's left all, the broke Corbin, happy Corbin, even though that was fun, in the past. And I'm glad he's gone back to, a remix of his original gimmick. But I think as a heel, it would work a little better. He was originally a heel in NXT as well. But, hey, this was still, it got a thumbs up from me. Up next, Jade Cargill proved all of her haters wrong as she defeated Piper Niven. And, listen, after Backlash, everyone was saying, oh, that match was a mess. It was all Jade Cargill's fault. And I said, no, it was not Jade's fault. She literally saved multiple spots in that match. Was there like 2 clunky moments from her? Yes, but she's new to this big stage. And listen, I thought that on SmackDown she looked great. I thought she looked great for the most part at Backlash. She's proving her haters wrong. She advances to the next round of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Let's put some respect on Jade Cargill's name because she is that word I cannot say, but genuinely she is a star. She feels like a star. She looks like a star, and in the ring she wrestles like a star. Let's stop the Jade hate, shall we? Undoubtedly it deserves a round of applause from me. Let's put some respect on Jade Cargill's name. When Candace LeRae got drafted to Friday Night SmackDown, she was coming off a bit of a winning streak on Monday Night Raw since her heel turn. But unfortunately, that's now gone down the drain because in her first SmackDown match, she took an L against Bianca Belair. And listen, if you're going to take an L, you might as well take it against Bianca Belair. This match was decent. It was fine. Nothing special, but nothing bad either. Bianca Belair advances to the next round. Could we just be getting Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill? Well, that would be a money match. That would be a WrestleMania main event worthy match, dare I say. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit here, but that would be a lot of fun indeed. We then headed to the backstage area where we saw Paul Heyman enter the Bloodline locker room. And Solo Sikoa, well, he was not too happy with the wise man, was he? He said, Paul, you decided on your own to pull Roman Reigns from the draft, and that hurt the bloodline. You took money out of my pocket, and that cannot be happening. You've admitted that you've not heard from Roman Reigns since WrestleMania. Well, guess what? I have, and I'm the interim tribal chief. You take orders from me now. The two embraced, they hugged, but while they were hugging, Solo Sikoa locked the tango lower, and there was just a little bit of a lock there. I'm a bit worried for Paul Heyman, and I think Paul Heyman should be a bit worried too. But this gets a subtle round of applause. I mean, anytime the Bloodline does anything, the word cinema is overused. We always use it. It's stupid to use. I know David Sheldon hates us when we use it, but I mean, ultimately, this is great storytelling. The Bloodline are still killing it. A lot of people were worried that since, as soon as Roman Reigns would lose his title, the Bloodline story would die. But hey, it's maybe hotter than ever, and I cannot wait to see, how this turns out once Roman Reigns returns to the blue brand. Tama Tonga then made his singles debut for WWE, and he already has a better entrance than half of the roster. His match was decent against Angelo Dawkins, nothing special. Angelo Dawkins had a solid showing at the start of the match, but it was fairly quick, and Tama Tonga got the victory with help from the numbers game of the Bloodline. Solid match, nothing special. We then had a good pre-recorded promo package from Blair Davenport, and I thought this introduced her to the main roster audience quite well, so it'll get a thumbs up from me, It's an important thing to do when you get called up from NXT, explain who they are to the main roster audience, and they did that in this promo package. My only concern about it is I'm really worried Blair Davenport's going to get lost in the shuffle on the main roster, because SmackDown Women's Division is stacked. And let's face it, she didn't even make the cut for the Queen of the Ring tournament. But hopefully I'm wrong here. Then in the main event, it was 2017 SmackDown Live all over again when we had AJ Styles taking on Randy Orton. And I mean, this was a solid main event. It was what you would expect from these two. Great SmackDown main event. I'm going to give it a round of applause for sure. I mean, whenever we see AJ Styles and Randy Orton take each other on, it's always going to be a fun match. And the finish, the RKO, was truly out of nowhere. No doubt about that. I was surprised that the finish was clean. I kind of thought the Bloodline were going to cost Randy Orton, or AJ Styles was going to cheat, or even maybe AJ Styles would get hurt or something. But this finish was about as clean as you can get. And Styles has taken two very clean losses in basically a week now. One to Cody Rhodes, one to Randy Orton. And to be fair, if you're going to take a loss to somebody, I mean, those are two of the top stars in WWE, so it's not bad at all. But a great main event on Friday Night SmackDown. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, I mean, listen, we're not going to get too much of AJ Styles now. He is getting on a bit. He's talking about retirement quite regularly. So I'm just going to appreciate every moment we have of his. And also Randy Orton as well. Overall, this episode of SmackDown, it deserves my applause. I mean, every segment was entertaining and must-watch in some capacity. And those 2 hours flew by. They truly, truly did. It was action-packed. And I'm going to be honest, you guys know me. I like to, let segments have time to breathe, which is something I criticize AEW for not doing a lot of the time. And this episode of SmackDown, well, it didn't do that too much. But as a one-off, I'm fine with it. It's the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. It makes sense to, rush everything into 2 hours. And everything I feel like, got a decent amount of time. And like I said, it flew by. All the segments did its job. And it was just a thoroughly entertaining 2 hours of action. So listen, it's going to get a thumbs up. Well, not even a thumbs up. It's going to get a round of applause from me. Great showing for the blue brand. I hope you guys enjoyed this Allison Analysis video. And like I said, we're still in the first week of this Allison Analysis stuff. So please comment any feedback you have, because I'm always listening. I'm always checking the comments. And I will see you guys on Tuesday to talk about Monday Night Raw. See you guys then. Peace.